Good evening, everybody. It is Charlie, and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone has had a great week so far. It's the bank holiday weekend, an extra day off this weekend, which is always a bonus. But the negative side of things is that Leeds United do actually have to play another game of football this weekend. I know it's not what we want, but Leeds United do travel down to the south coast to the Vitality Stadium to take on Bournemouth on Sunday afternoon. So it was Javi Grazia's press conference earlier on today. We're going to delve into a little bit of team news and give my thoughts on what 11 Javi Grazia will field and also the 11 that I think he should field. So just before we get into it, as always, please smash that like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you're brand new and get all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. So then, the main breaking news from today is that Luis Sinisterra, obviously he did go off injured against Leicester City on Tuesday night. He's now going to be out for the rest of the season. A huge blow for Leeds United. Obviously, he's done a ligament in his ankle, apparently, and he's expected to be injured for up to 8 weeks. So obviously, 5 games remaining rules him out for the rest of this season. As I say, guys, that is a huge blow for Leeds United. He was asked about Max Verber as well. Verber has not trained this week, so it's unlikely that he'll feature on Sunday. He didn't completely rule it out though. But if you've not trained much this week, I very highly doubt that we will see Max Verber on Sunday afternoon. So that's another 2 huge blows. Obviously, Tyler Adams already out for the rest of the season. We've had Dallas out all season. And now, we've got Sini Sini out for the season, and Verber's at least going to be out of the Bournemouth game. So it begs the question, doesn't it? Who will replace Luis Sinisterra? I think we all know who it should be. But I've got a funny feeling that it won't be that player, unfortunately for us. It is very frustrating, and we'll get into it shortly. But yeah, let's just get into then who I think Javi Grazia will pick first. And then after that, we'll do the 11 that I think he should pick. So then, who I think Grazia will go with is Illan Meslier in goal, who, yeah, he had a better performance against Leicester, but he's still bang out of form and low on confidence. Yeah, he hasn't had a great season, but as much as people were calling for Robles, I just don't see that happening. I think it will be Meslier now until the end of the season, 100%. So yeah, Illan Meslier in goal. See, this is where it gets interesting because could he throw Rasmus back in, or could he play Luke Ayling again? I think he'll play Luke Ayling again. I think Luke had a good game on Tuesday night. I thought he attacked quite well. He was overlapping. I thought defensively he did a good job on Harvey Barnes as well. So, yeah, I do think Luke Ayling will retain his place at right back. I think the centre-back partnership will be Cock and Cooper, with Junior Firpo at left back. Coops, I thought, had a good performance against Leicester. The odd dodgy moment, or Cooper moment, as I like to call it. But I think Cock had a few. I thought Matt Rocker had a few moments in the game that weren't great either. So I'm not going to pin it all on him. But I think since Coops has come back into the side, we have looked a little bit more solid at the back. Maybe it's his leadership. Maybe he's talking to him more on the pitch. But the sooner we have Max Verber back in that back four, the better. He just improves everybody. And Firpo, obviously, at left back, again, I thought he had a better performance against Leicester. But again, his form has dipped a little bit since the real upturn in form that we saw from him a few games ago. Now, what I think he will do again is I think he'll go back to the double pivot. I do. I think it'll be another 4-2-3-1. And I think the two in the pivot will be Mark Rocker and Weston McKennie, who, yeah, had better performances. So I think they warrant another start. But I can understand why people are calling for Adam Forshaw at the minute, which the fact that people are calling for Adam Forshaw in 2023 is a massive problem. But again, if I start going on about Orta, I'll end up getting demonetized. So So yeah, I think it will be Weston McKennie and Mark Rocker in the pivot. The three in behind the striker. Now, what I think is that, to be fair, I could see it being the same lineup as Leicester, just with obviously Sinisterra not being in. You could maybe turn it into a 4-4-2, actually. You'll probably see Jack Harrison on the right. In fact, no, you won't. You'll see Jack Harrison on the left. And I think on the right, it will be Cree Somerville. Simply for the fact that the last two games where he's come on, I think he has played well and he helps out defensively as well. And then I think it'll be Rodrigo and then Bamford, whether it's Rodrigo dropping into the 10 as it was against Leicester, or if it'll just be them two up front together. I don't know. It might differ between the two as the game goes on. I don't think he'll start Aronson again just for the response that it got. You know, it was quite a visible and, you know, everyone could hear it in the ground when Aronson came on. The atmosphere just went a little bit dull. I don't think he'll bring Aronson into the side for this one, and I don't think he should either. Again, Pat Bamford, people say, you know, he missed that chance, but the way to get over that is to throw him straight back in, and he goes again in this game, and hopefully he can bag a goal in this game, even if it just comes off his arse. Anything. And Rodrigo as well, I thought he showed effort, he showed fight. He were playing for the badge on Tuesday night, and I really do think that you need that in the midst of a relegation battle. Obviously, Leeds are still 16th at the minute, so it is still possible to get out of this and stay up. But, you know, I will get in, you know, I will do, sorry, a match preview for the game tomorrow. But if we lose this game, guys, the season's done for me. Just saying. So then, what I think he should do is pretty much everything that I've just said that I think he'll do with one change. And I think we all know the change that that is. As much as Somerville has done well off the bench in the last two games, if he doesn't start Willie Gnonto in this game, with Sini being out for the season now, he needs to start starting Willie Gnonto now. You know, because I feel like the question when Sini was fit was, how can you fit them both in the same team? I'm not saying it's a good thing that Sini's injured, but the fact that he is injured and is unable to play, if Willie Gnonto does not start this game, then there's no hope. And I'm not saying that Leeds can't win without him. I'm sure we can. But is it very likely? I don't think so. Our best chance of staying up is if we start Willie Gnonto from now till the end of this season. He could be almost like our Rafinha of last season. But like I say, guys, with or without Gnonto, if we lose this game, we are done. You know, Forest beating Brighton the other night. Who'd have thought that? You know, yes, Newcastle did do us a favour by humiliating Everton at Goodison Park last night, which was good to see. Obviously, Bournemouth did win, didn't they? They did beat Southampton, so it is all it's all in our hands this weekend. It's another weekend of massive fixtures, and you know, as I say, guys, I will go into more detail on tomorrow night's video, but this is a very, very important game. It's the biggest game of the season so far. I know we said it about Leicester, but we're kind of in the same scenario as prior to Leicester. So this one is massive. This one is huge. And I just hope that he gets the team selection, the tactics, and the message spot on because it needs to be for this one. So then, if you've enjoyed this video, guys, please smash that like button. It really helps me out and it helps get the video out there. Share it with your friends, your family, your neighbours, whoever. Let's get more eyes on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the channel as always as well. I'm on the road to 3,000. If you could do me a solid, hit that subscribe button. If you keep returning and you've not subscribed, it is free. Just press the subscribe button and it'll really help me out. Hit that notification bell and get all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And I will be back tomorrow evening with your match preview ahead of Sunday's game. Have a good evening and I'll see you in a bit. Cheers.